Yeah. So good morning, friends. Once again, welcome to episode number 4 of the Finance Pain Point series that we started in August. In between, we have taken up 6 episodes of practice pain points. So these are pain points which are entirely different. Of course, what we have discussed so far, let me just give you a quick recap of that. So all my presentation always begin with thanking the Lord Almighty who's given me much more than what I deserve. And of course, when it comes to finance, I have to thank my dad as well, who has been instrumental in teaching me the clinical part of finance. So this is my brief CV. You all are aware of it by now. So I won't be stopping here to check it out. So today is episode number 259 of my live webinars. It is a Children's Day special happening a couple of days later because of the obvious reasons of celebrations around us. So this is my okay. So just the wannabes for today. So all of those who are watching on Facebook or watching here, I want you to get a pen and a paper, keep noting the main points. Listening only never will help. Jotting down the main points of somebody else's problems will surely do. Writing is the best form of learning, and those who make notes surely make notes. So do need to post your takeaways later on. So what are the learning objectives for today? The learning objectives are very simple. We posted our pain points in this community in June 2023. So 2022 videos are already there. 2022 was a composite thing. In this survey, we segregated them into financial pain points and practice pain points. So practice pain points, I have completed 6 episodes in sets of 3 sets of 2 each. So finance pain points, I'll be completing 6 by tonight in 2 sets, one set taken on 12th of August. So these are just purely educational webinars with no selling whatsoever at the end. We do it once a month. I'll do a quick recap of the previous part so that you know what all questions have been covered by now. 6 episodes. Okay. So finance pain points, I'll be completing 6 by tonight in 12th of August. So these are just purely. So some things in life, as I said, are purely for the value purpose. So what is the agenda for the whole day today? Webinars number 259, 60 and 61, Finance Pain Point series 4, 5 and 6, whatever best we can. We'll try to cover up. The agenda is as we did in the practice pain points to cover till at least or complete all the high priority pain points and then start with a couple of medium as well, medium priority pain points. And of course, in December, there will be a finale which I'll be telling you in the evening webinar, 8 p.m., 8 to 9 p.m., where I'll be telling you how we'll be completing the series in the month of December. So fee request, if you are watching on mobile, please shift to PC or a laptop. The best viewing experience is on PC, tablet, or laptop. Make notes, remove all distractions around you, and learn from others' problems before yours get answered as well. So if my solutions don't appeal to you, never mind, you are free to consult anyone else for the same. So what has been done so far? Episode number 1, 2, and 3 taken up on 12th of August, the mini day of education, number 2 for the year. So quick recap of the 3 episodes done so far, which all queries have been answered. In the episode 1, we started with the financial pain points, of course, pain segregation from level 1 to 10. How are they different? Because there are pain points in any profession. In 2022, we segregated it under these headings. In 2023, we segregated it in a different manner. Practice pain points separately and financial pain points separately. So the name, city of practice, years of practice, these were the mandatory ones. The name was not mandatory, of course, name was optional. So we asked you to list out in low, moderate, and severe. We are starting with the severe ones, which are earlier ones which should be answered. And of course, Financial pain points. I gave an example that some of us have an inverse relationship with money. The faster we earn, the faster it goes away. And then many of us don't know how to manage our clinic money. Many of us don't know how to manage our personal money. Many of us don't understand taxation. Many of us don't understand investments. Many of us don't understand why we have to show all income or more of white income and pay more taxes. Some of us feel that finance is not our job, it is a CA's job. And if CAs also flounder with your money, then you realize it is important. And then some of us believe that CA and financial advisor are two same persons, they are two different professions. So the pain points can be from within the practice, management of money, lack of knowledge, or any kind of a similar one. So a disclaimer, of course, majority of these pain points are already answered in the form of YouTube videos. I'll still answer them. So many practice pain points were posted in finance. I'll be answering them, as I said. So final onus is on you whether you make use of these resources or not, and keep sitting. So we started with the level of pain points. The first query was from Taluka Kagal district, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. Query number 2 was, and I gave the examples of various links of how you can go about learning about some taxation parts on my channel. There are so many videos on tax. And query number 2 was from Tier 3 city, India. Goal-based investments, how we can make them. Stock. Just search the keywords tax, goal, stock on my channel. You get a lot of videos. Query number 3 was from Khargar, Navi Mumbai. Of course, gave an example of blog. What exactly is dentist LTI, long-term investments, is as good as zero. Then what are the videos on 26 AS, the alternate Janam Gundli as it is called. Then query number 4 was from Kundapur, Hyderabad, Telangana. And gave the example of how age is important, how time is important, how time is the most important resource when you have to invest. So gave the compounding example as well. So query number 5 was from Pune, Maharashtra. And with that, we finished up the episode number 1. Episode number 2 started in the afternoon, dealing with pain points part 2, episode 2. So query was from Navi Mumbai. And just on the title of women itself, there are so many videos which are there. One of those videos went online yesterday only, the number 2 video, which you can see from the top. So then again, tax. Inquiry number 7 was from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, where I gave the category of documents for account opening form. Then query number 8 was from Vishakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. The keyword profitable on my YouTube channel, so many videos pertaining to that. Then profitability, if you search as such. Query number 9 was from Nagpur, Maharashtra. So answered it. The keyword mutual funds, there are so many videos on mutual funds as well. Query number 10 was from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. Keyword FIJ, financial investment journey. Many videos pertaining to that as well. Then query number 11 was from Nashik, Maharashtra. The keyword expenses, you have a few videos close to that. Query number 12 was from Nagpur, Maharashtra. Keyword charges, you'll find many videos on the YouTube channel. And query number 13 was from Nyamati Taluka, Karnataka. And with that, we finished the episode number 2. We came to episode number 3, starting from query number 14 from Tier 1 city, India. Query number 15 was from Latur, Maharashtra. Query number 16 was from Amritsar, Punjab, where I gave in various investment sources, explained how these things can help, the ATC deductions in various forms, how to go about the investment journey if you are in different stages of practice, PPF calculator, NPS calculator, SIP calculator. So if you are a middle road, 3 to 10 years in practice, what should be your way to go? Then again, the SIP calculator. And if you are settled one, experienced one in practice, you have good money flowing in 10 plus years in practice, then what should be your aim and goal of watching that? So query number 17 was from Pune, Maharashtra, where I explained about the small business life cycle, then the stages of business. Query number 18 was from Pune, remotely located area near Pune, Maharashtra. Query number 19 was from Mahali, Punjab. Query number 20 was from Surat, Gujarat. Query number 21 was from Gopeshwar, Uttarakhand. Query number 22 was from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Query number 23 was from Mumbai, Maharashtra. Query number 24 was from Kalyan, Maharashtra. Query number 25 was from Vadodara, Gujarat. Query number 26 was from Mumbai, Maharashtra. 27 from Pune, Maharashtra. 28 was from Rohtak, Haryana. I give the example of rent versus buy blog. Query number 29 was from Wardha, Maharashtra. And query number 30 was from Vadodara, Gujarat. 31 from Bhavnagar, Gujarat. 32 was from Hadgaon, Tehsil, Maharashtra. And that was the last query till, you can say, till the episode number 3. So with this brief recap, we're going to begin almost 12-13 minutes into the session. We are going to begin episode number 4 for today, which is webinar number 259 as well, and the first of the day today. So let's begin episode number 4. And of course, again, a disclaimer in the whole day today, as I plan to complete the high priority pain points, you will see there are so many practice pain points. Either the colleagues are unaware or maybe we were not good enough to explain them what is the difference between a practice pain point and what is the difference between a finance pain point. I'll still try to answer the same without being biased or subjective about them, or I'll ignore the subject title, finance pain points. There are pain points. So those who will be looking for their answer in the practice pain point video, they will not find it because they themselves posted in here. And we have picked up the same from the Google form as well. So query number 33 for the first one for today is from Dubai, UAE. As we are not allowed to invest in anything which deals with interest, such as fixed deposits, bonds, funds, or stocks, due to religious principles, we are only allowed to invest in physical commodities such as gold, silver, or real estate. But both these are not suitable investments. So I want to know if there are any other places to invest except stocks, fixed deposits, or bonds. How to calculate the amount needed for retirement? Is it advisable to invest in real estate? How much to invest in gold and how much to invest and how much to spend and how much to save out of total earnings? Let me come to the first point. So the first thing is financial models, rules, or laws of India will differ from the UAE. But having said that, the gold, silver, and real estate investment trusts, REITs as we call them, are not bad investments. Although the stocks, bonds, and mutual funds or ETFs still remain as the first preferred few choices. I will say better to get hold of a CFA, financial advisor, who can guide in a balanced way in your country based on your religious beliefs and your unique needs. Because your needs and the goals are the first guideline anywhere for any person. So if you can't, you can say invest in one of the main investments, a few of the main investments, then of course there are certain limitations to what all you can do. So how to calculate the amount needed for retirement? When you have limited option, real estate becomes your one of them from your preferred list. If you have 10 sources of investment and you can say out of that you can't invest in 6 or 7, then whatever 3 or 4 are remaining become your only obvious choice. Now, how much to spend in gold was your third question. Gold is a hedge. Gold is never a full investment. Gold is, you can say, has a history of giving returns for 80% of the time, 32 out of 40 years in the past 40 years. So it is a hedge which is used in the range of 10 to 15%. So if you can save and you can say invest around more also, because as I said, your options are limited. You want to invest in gold, real estate, or commodities like that, then as I said, get hold of a CFA who can guide you better on that part in this regard. So how much to save? I'm sorry. How much to save as such? Uh, so how much to save and how much to spend, how much out of total earnings? The simple logic I give is 40% of your gross or 20% of your net income. It is a great and an ideal save. Of course, the more it is, the better it is for you. But that would be the major advice for you. If you can at least save 20% of your net income. Net income means after your clinic expenses, whatever you get in hand is your net income. From that, whatever portion you are remaining with 100%, 20% goes to your investment or saving part. If you can invest more, it'll be great, because usually 50 to 60% is for our life expenses, for our living expenses, depending upon what are your needs and what are your goals for that. So I hope that answers your query. Query number 34 was from Mumbai, Maharashtra. Lack of knowledge of investments, unable to make enough profits in clinic. Now, these are two separate topics. Unable to make enough profits in clinic has to, you can say, deal with or go with how you price your services, how you sell your services. For that, you have to know the costing. The first thing is to know about the costing first. You know about the cost, you set a selling price for that, and then you sell it. Selling as a skill. So these are different topics. So making a profit out of your clinic, especially if your clinic is your only way of or only source of income, is the basic requirement for any individual. So lack of knowledge of investments, there are two options. Either learn yourself, make that as a learning goal. Of course, for that, firstly, you need to have the profit in hand. If you're not having enough profit, what will you invest into? So you need to have enough profit. And after that, two options: either learn yourself, make that as a learning goal, or delegate it to someone able, an investment advisor or a financial advisor, or whatever you wish to. So that is the only advice I can give you. So the problem is that we don't understand the necessity of it. That if we have to survive in our oldhood or adulthood or late years or the silver or the golden years of life, as they say, after 60, 65, you can't keep on working till that age. There will be age when you will retire, you will want to retire, or you will be forced to retire. Either of the three. You will retire, you will want to retire, and you will be forced to retire, courtesy any physical injury or physical debilitation. Not injury, but any debilitation or any back pain, any chronic issues like that, since dentistry is a taxing profession. So if you are unable to, or you can say work in that age, maybe 60, 65, and if you're living up to 90 years, how are you going to make up for those 25 to 30 years of life? How are you going to survive if you're not working, if you have not built up an alternate source of income? An alternate source of income is simply saying your money put to work when you are young. From 25 to 55 for 30 years, you put your money to work. If you don't put your money to work, you'll have to keep working till you die. And this is not my quote. This is Warren Buffett's quote. So who are you relying on in your future to feed you if you are not making your own arrangements? Hardly 2% of people in India get a pension. 2%. 98% don't get any pension. So if you are not having any pension, you're not having other source of income, you're not investing at the right time today, how will that money earn money for you for the rest of the years to be able to give you something in your twilight years? Think about it. I hope that answers your query. Query from Mangalore, Karnataka, number 35. My main point is taxation. I don't understand it at all. How to do it, how to save taxes, how to invest to save taxes, how to pay less tax as possible. Just 5 years back, I have started to invest. I have superficial knowledge, but not confident in investing. I don't know when should I pull out my money, how to set targets in investing, how to select mutual fund houses. Now, some people may find it strange, but taxation is one of the gray areas of anyone's life. And every individual, male or female, in this country, of course, I'm talking of the middle class, not of the poor class or the BPL. We all need to learn taxation. People think only investments need to be learned. But if your investments are all tax savvy, means they or rather say non-tax friendly, then if your returns may be higher, you will actually give deduction in tax itself. Whereas it is the other way around. If you know taxation properly, you will be any investment that comes to your face, Abhay, isme invest kar le, please invest in this. The first question you will ask is, what are the tax implications? Do I get a ATC rebate right now at the time of investing? Is it taxable during the accrual or the growing stage? Is it taxable at the stage of maturity? So these are three stages. Unless you know taxation, your investment is going to go bust. People always feel very happy that we have so much invested in mutual funds. हमने तो सारा पैसा mutual funds और stocks में डाला हुआ है, सारा पैसा हमारा 12-15% कमा रहा है. No, balance is the key in life. Unless you learn taxation, you won't understand what are the implications of debt, balanced, hedge, and of course equity, which is the love of everyone because of the higher returns and higher risk also associated with it. So you need to understand that part. The thing is, you started learning it 5 years back, you have not still understood it, is the primary reason that we don't understand our life goals. And our life goals are a lot linked to taxation as well. If you're not taking taxation part seriously, you will not be able to take investment part seriously. Then investment is being done only on hearsay. भाई तूने किस म्यूचुअल फंड में लगाया, मुझे बता दे, मैं भी लगा देता हूँ. This is the way investments are done. Then if the investments fail, we don't have anyone to blame but us. And as I've written also, everything in life is a learnable skill. So I've tried to explain you in the simplest of the languages, but think it very, very clearly. If you want to retire rich, then you need to make your money work for you. You may be born poor. You may have been poor while growing up. You may be okay in your prime of your life, but you don't want to die poor, or at least retire poor. So that those 20, 25, 30, life is not predictable, but average 80 to 90 years of life, whatever we are supposed to live, if you don't have money for that phase, remember it is one of the worst problems anyone can face. You can't work. You have to beg, borrow, steal. Beg from your children, borrow from someone, steal from someone. And borrow or steal are not good. Of course, begging is indeed painful, asking for that. बस ट्रेन में लिखा होता है ना, सवारी अपने सामान की खुद जिम्मेवार है. So you are yourself responsible for your own retirement. If you are not taking a step towards that, then it is your fault. Now, just explaining you, if you have to retire rich, you need to have a RIP, retirement investment planning. Not exactly rest in peace, but retirement investment planning. For that, you need to create wealth. For creating wealth, it's like climbing a ladder of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And trust me, that ladder of the first 10 steps or 10 steps to wealth creation, the first 3 or 4 steps are taxation. They go through that. सीधा नीचे से भाग के आओ, जंप मार के 5वीं सीढ़ी पे चढ़ जाओ. You can't do that. You have to go from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10. If somebody believes they can retire rich only by learning investments, I'm sorry to disappoint you. You need to learn taxation very, very clearly. That is the baseline. And that is what my dad taught me. That बिना taxation के investment करना, बिना taxation की knowledge के investment करना is as good as zero or a waste. So I hope that answers your query. Query number 36 is from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. Income is not matching with the expenses, unable to clear the loans. Now, when income is not matching with the expenses, that means income is low, expenses are high. So the simplest reason is that you are not aware of your costs. So you are not charging optimally. Your materials are coming and you are looking only at the direct pricing of that. But as I have explained multiple times as well, there are 16 types of costs which are applicable on all of us. It is not only the direct cost of the lab or the can say direct cost of the material. There are so many other costs. There are carry costs, there are pilferage costs, there are storage costs, there are other expenses, indirect costs, which are applicable, to name a few. So if you are charging low, then you won't have great income. And if you don't have great income, the expenses are still on the higher side, then obviously the mismatch would be there. Now, sometimes where does the charging point happen? Why do people charge low? वो पड़ोसी कम charge कर रहा is hardly an excuse. We get flown in that we get flown in that arena कि नहीं वो तो ऐसे ही चलता है, पड़ोसी वो सारे competition है, सब कम charge कर रहे हैं. Every patient does not go to 10 clinics in your area, inquire about the charges and then decide upon that. Nobody takes a risk with their health. ये रोड साइड पे काजू मिल रहा होगा ना 300 रुपए किलो, एक नॉर्मल इंसान नहीं बाय करेगा. He knows कि मिनिमम काजू की कॉस्ट 600 to 700 rupees minimum है. There are kajus available for 1600 per kg as well. They start from 6, 7, 800. 800 वाला अच्छा होता है, बुरा नहीं होता, but you can't get a kaju for 300 rupees per kg. फिर पता नहीं क्या डाला हो इसमें. I'm not sure. I'm not going to risk my health. But when it comes to healthcare, people believe that everything is on pricing. It's not. There may be a few people who are convenient patients who choose it because of their price. But majorly people don't risk their health. Now, how do or why do you charge low? That was my question. It stems from the confidence. मैं confident नहीं हूं कि मेरे को ये चीज आती है कि नहीं, तो how can I charge? So the skill set in that for that confidence is lacking sometimes, and we blame the competition. So if you have a good skill set, your confidence will speak for itself. You have to galvanize that with a selling skill. Learn the art of selling as well. Sell like a samurai. You know, samurais? Samurais are Japanese warriors. Whenever they go for a war, they perform their own death ceremony first so that they are fearless. So when you have to sell, you have to be fearless as well as non-pushy. For that, you need to have a strong hold over your art, your skill set. If you don't know something, make that as a learning goal. सीख लो. सब कुछ सीखा ना. 18 साल के एज पे आपको डेंटिस्ट्री का डी भी नहीं आता था. You learned that in the next 5 years, from 18 to 23 years of age. If you learn those skills, certain skills might be untouched or maybe need more of polishing. Learn that. If you have a confidence, you will be able to charge properly. And then reaching out to the right target patients. Those are the kind of things you need to imagine, understand, and go with it. Now, when profits are not there, we don't have sufficient money in hand. And being a banker's son, I have in my community also, Facebook, yeah, mostly WhatsApp, I have done this thing at least a zillion times. Please don't take a loan unless it is absolutely necessary and is the last resort available with you. A banker's son is saying you this thing out of an experience. I finished dentistry in 1998, started clinic on 1st Jan 2000. I'll be completing my 24 years in 1.5 months' time. So 24 years of clinical dentistry, not taken even a single loan. Not even a single loan for my practice. It is all about understanding what is needful for you and what is FOMO for you. FOMO means fear of missing out. People are so much obsessed with Facebook dentistry that they want to buy what their neighbor, what their competitor, what the industry leaders have bought, recommended, or suggested. You don't understand whether they have patience for the same or not, whether they have built up the market in their clinic for that or not, whether they are able to sell it across directly, indirectly or not, whether they actually know the learning or whether they actually know the selling skills or not. So I hope that answers your query. Avoid loans as much as possible. If you are unable to clear the loans, you need to increase your income. For increasing your income, you need to set a good selling price. For setting a good selling price, you need to have a confidence of conveying the same along with the selling skill. And for having the good selling skill or having the confidence to sell, you should have a great skill set. So everything stems from the domain and goes up to loan. Just see the vicious cycle I have weaved around you. If you just can understand and comprehend all this, you'll be in a better place. So the better would be take something from your parents, clear out all the bank loans so that you don't unnecessarily pay the interest. Parents loan would be at 0% for you. And then make a pledge that you will not take a loan unless you are self-sufficient to pay it back or you have the desired income. We Indians live in that hopeful arena. कोई बात नहीं, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. That is the mindset we live with. The mindset is होएगा कोई बात नहीं, कर लेंगे, किसी ना किसी तरीके जुगाड़ हो जाएगा. The hopeful, wishful world is the biggest destroyer sometimes. Query from Jamnipali, Korba, Chhattisgarh. Do not understand how to maintain finance in the clinic. My clinic setup is all on loan on rental place with still I need to invest in things. My earning fluctuates so much. I'm not able to generate profit. Sometimes when some equipment got damaged or stops working, then I have to borrow money. I want to manage my money so that this will not fall on me as a burden. Now, there are so many courses around and I want to learn. Even I did one course, but then I am unable to buy the required equipments to start doing what I have learned. How and to when to invest in these things, please guide. Okay, let's dissect it one by one. So the thing is, we constantly need to. The first question was, I don't know how to maintain finance. And of course, clinic is a rental place and we still need to invest in things because the earning is not much there. So the profit is not much. The first thing to understand here is we constantly need to invest for our growth. If your earning is fluctuating, the multiple reasons, as I said, confidence, skill set, aware of your costing, aware of your numbers, optimum charging amongst many others. So if you are not investing for your growth, you need to understand where does the problem lie. Your skill set needs an upgrade. Your confidence needs an upgrade. You need to learn the marketing and the selling skills. You need to be aware of your costing. You need to charge well, earn enough profit, and put money back into business. I've given this formula multiple times. TWCGO. Taxes, wealth, charity, general living expenses, and operating expense. Now this O means putting money back into the business. At least 10% of your incomes need to go back into your business to make the business sustain or have new things. Now, the second thing was, sometimes my equipment got damaged or stops working, then I have to borrow money. I want to manage my money so that it will not fall on me as a burden. Now, damage, if it is happening to your equipment, is because of two things. या तो वो बिल्कुल यूज नहीं हो रहा है या बहुत ज्यादा यूज हो रहा है. So in either case, even not disuse or even for a normal use, maintenance is an essential activity. We all maintain ourselves. People go to barbers, female go to parlors to maintain yourself. So equipment also needs a yearly service or an upgrade or an oiling or whatever. You can say it may be from as trivial as oiling for the handpiece to, you can say, taking care of your autoclave, to taking care of your other gadgets, to clean it and, you can say, pack it back after the use. If you're borrowing money for their maintenance as well, then you need to assess your OPD and pricing. I'll give you the benefit of doubt. I'll say your things are being overused, so damaged. So that means you are having good OPD. That means you are earning well. But that means you are not charging well because you are not left with a profit in hand. If there is no profit, you are not barely able to meet your expenses. The problem lies in the first problem that you said. Everything is on loan. You're earning well, but everything is going to the bank. As I fondly give that example of one of my friends whose father lamented 20 years back to him. Tu kamaega, bank khayega. You will earn and bank will earn the interest. So probably you are having patients, having OPD, not charging well. Whatever you're earning, the profits are meager, and whatever profits are there, they're going to the bank as an EMI. So your situation is hand to mouth. What do you take loans for? Or what does anyone take loans for? Loans are for making your life easy, not difficult. लोन लोग लेते हैं अपग्रेड के लिए. Yes, I'm having one set of facilities. I now want to upgrade to a better level. A better level where I can touch and treat more people because I have patience and resources for it. Now I have patience and resources for it, so I'll be able to generate more revenue. So I'll be able to pay the EMI from that itself. That is the logic behind a loan. Just because you need money does not mean that it is a loan. बिजनेस को सरवाइव करने के लिए लोन नहीं चाहिए, बिजनेस को थ्राइव करने के लिए लोन चाहिए. देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन सरवाइव एंड थ्राइव. सरवाइव मीन्स बस वी आर फ्लोटिंग. थ्राइव मीन्स वी आर ग्रोइंग. Thrive means at least your basic expenses are being met with your normal income. Whatever loan you have taken, you generate an additional revenue because of that gadget, whatever you are investing in, and then do it. The problem is that easy loan has become a fashion today. And people don't realize the importance of it. That they are killing into your life. They're creating a hole into your life. There are so many courses that you want to learn. You can say, I am unable to buy the equipments, and the first thing is you need a non-clinical course on how to manage yourself first. How to manage clinic before you invest in courses. If you're having patients for same, understand that your patient will pay for it. Understand that your patient pays for it. So why did you do that course? Was it your like subject or a love subject, as Dr. Rajiv Verma sir says? Or it was a FOMO. My neighbor did it, my competitor did it, my, you can say, friend did it. I am the only one left behind. If you didn't have the patients, why did you do the course? If you didn't have a demand for that, why did you do that? Just because you will be left behind. FOMO approach. Think yourself. So first thing is to learn to manage yourself first. I hope that answers your query. So query from Chandigarh, UT, India. As I have said, there are multiple queries which are related to practice management more and finance pain points comparatively less. So query number 38 from Chandigarh, UT, India. Business expansion, how to maintain same quality standards in other centers. Now, see, as we say, the various stages are start, struggle, survive, and then be stable, success, and eventually you're going for the final phase of expanding, or you can say doing different scenarios altogether. So if you want to expand, you need to first make sure that you are at a success stage. Now, success stage is not equated correctly by many. People believe if we're having good income, we are successful. Success stage is when your clinic is able to earn without you being physically present over there. That is the true success stage. Of course, the next stage is the legacy stage, or whatever you can say, nirvana stage in business, as we call it. But true success is that people confuse the stability phase and success phase. They believe, ab meri OPD achhi hai, ab meri income achhi hai. That is a stable phase. The moment any festival comes, any, you can say, holiday season comes, meri OPD achhi nahi hai. Even that is not stability. 9, 10 out of 12 months in a year, you will have good work. 2.5 months, if it is not there, that's okay. The yearly average needs to be taken, not the monthly one. So if your clinic is earning without you, then you are at success stage. Then you think of expansion. What do you need to do? Just replicate the systems which are there in your existing clinic. So what are you looking at? Franchisee system, chains of clinics, different branches. You need to make sure what is there. What is your plan of action for that? How to maintain quality standards in the other center. I believe you want to open up a branch. What I get from your question, not a franchisee, or you can say a different system, chain system. So the simple thing is the systems need to be in place and the staff training needs to be optimal so that the end result, see, the end result of any clinic is good or an excellent CX, customer experience, or a patient experience in our case. If your patients are having a good CX, that means you are doing well. If not, then something is surely wrong. So to maintain same quality standards, the systems need to be replicated at the successful center where the clinic is running without you, and the staff training which is working in the first day in the first center needs to be replicated at the second center as well, because systems, strategies, and staff, these are the three blockheads. Strategies come much later in this scenario. So the system and the staff need to be at the first chain or the first step before you go in for that. I hope that answers your query. Query from Solan, Himachal Pradesh. Should we declare all the income and pay tax, or declare only some to save on tax? Also, what to do with that cash in hand that is left out? How to utilize it and make it work? I'll quote Mr. Amit Shah here. Just try to understand the chronology here. If you declare all the income, firstly, you will sleep peacefully at night without the fear of income tax sending you a notice or coming in at your door. Of course, they don't come directly anyways, unless you are a big shot. So pay tax or declare only. Whatever you declare is your white money. Number one. Number two, whatever is your white money, you need to earn from that, or sorry, you need to spend from that also. You need to save from that also. You need to do life expenses. You need to invest from that also. So if you are falling into that trap of showing your income less than 5 lakhs or close to 5 lakhs to save tax or do zero tax, then you need to realize, sorry, then you need to realize that a normal person would have 40 to 50,000 rupees of monthly expense. Nuclear family of 3-4 people, maybe with 1 or 2 parents, parents dependent or non-dependent. Minimum 40 to 50,000 in even a tier 2 or a tier 3 town. Tier 1 may be higher. So 40 to 50,000 means multiply it by 12. Your living expenses are easily close to 5 to 6 lakhs. So अगर आपकी ITR ही 5 लाख की है, तो what will you do? Simple logic, living expenses कम दिखाओ, तब भी आप कितना बचा लोगे? आधे 20,000 में सर्वाइवल मुश्किल है. 10,000 तो बिजली का बिल आ जाता है, 10,000 महीने का दूध का बिल आ जाता है. How will people survive because of that? So you can't fool yourself or the income tax department. Understand the exact or the more or the optimum you show, you're getting more money in white. Have tax savvy investments which can save you tax. Then whatever money is left over or surplus, you can use that for wealth creation as well. You may not get tax benefits, but you will save on wealth creation. But then this is the cycle you need to learn. Having a good big cash in hand is a fallacy. Never ever have it. To give you a very small example, my cash in hand has never been more than 5,000 in the last 5 to 8 years. What is cash in hand? Cash in hand is, in simple language, the CS will have a technical definition for it. I'll give you a simple definition, simple terminology for it. 30 मार्च तक The financial year is from 1st March to 31st March. 30 मार्च तक जो आपने कमाया, let's suppose you deposited that on 31st March morning in the bank. Yes, अब हमारे पास नहीं है पेटी कैश, थोड़ा बहुत छोड़ा हुआ है, 1000-2000 नहीं है. Whatever you earn till the 31st March evening, from 31st March morning to 31st March evening, should be your actual cash in hand. Simple language definition. Practical also. So if you are having 1 day's income, एक दिन की इनकम किसी की 2 लाख तो हो नहीं सकती ना. If you know it that somebody is going to pay you, you will make sure pay you a hefty amount. यहां मेरे को 2 लाख दे रहा है, 3 लाख दे रहा है. पहली बात तो 2 लाख से ऊपर अगर आ रहा है, then it should be digital. You can't have more than 2 lakh receipt in cash, or you can say close to 2 lakh in cash. Number one. Number two, if you are having that also, let's suppose 1,90,000, you will ideally like to put it in the next financial year and not increase your tax burden in this year. It is common sense. But some people, especially some CAs, have sold off their common sense. And they advise clients to have a huge cash in hand. Non-practical and abusive. Abusive means you're abusing the tax system. So don't do that. Having a huge cash in hand will make you a prey. इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल करो ना, कैश इन हैंड का कॉलम भरना जरूरी होता है. ये देखो यहां पे कितना लोचा किया है इन्होंने. Simple logic. Don't do it. How to utilize the money and make it work? Putting money to work is a basic need for every one of us. 25-30 साल अगर आपका पैसा आपके लिए नहीं कमाएगा तो लास्ट के 25-30 साल बच्चा आप कहां से खाएगा? Simple logic. Where will you survive if you don't put your money to work? You're putting surplus money, not every of your money. You're living life, needs and wants, balanced, but then you're putting in surplus money. I hope that answers your query. Query from Wardha, Maharashtra. Whenever I see Wardha, Maharashtra, I start getting goosebumps because all the queries from Wardha have been very painful. I'm not really sure whether it is from the same person or not because I've answered at least 3 or 4 queries already till now. Anyways, so query from Wardha, Maharashtra. Whatever I earn is always spent at the end of the month. Till now, I have not been able to save money for anything. I took a huge loan to set up a clinic, and that clinic is not giving fruitful results. But I have to stick over there because I have nowhere to go. I'm not able to pay EMI. Most of them I have missed, so I'm not getting any loan to. All this happened because I was refused a loan from government bank because I did not had ITR. Again, no logic. So, but did not knew then that during PGs too, we have to file ITR. So Bajaj Finance came to help me and screwed me over. I had been paying them only the interest, thinking that this is the EMI, but suddenly the EMI has increased thrice. And now I am just not able to overcome my monthly dues. What is there in this third line? I took a huge loan to set up a clinic. The problem starts from there. Still not over. I cannot plan my monthly expenditure because of my unsteady clinic revenue. Soon monthly basis I am just doing जो आया उससे बकाया चुकत करो और जो बाकी है वो खुद पर खर्च करो और बाकी कुछ नहीं रहता. I'm literally frustrated with my financial status. I mean, while filling this form, my current bank balance is minus 9,000. It is in negative and I am bombarded with calls from banks. The question is if I have to simply say it, I have been saying so many times, doctors loan हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, doctors loan ये हमें इज्जत मिलती है, बहुत मिलती है, सिर्फ बजाज फाइनेंस देता है. How many times I have said this statement? Doctor's loan is the sweetest sugar coated loan. Sorry, sweetest sugar coated personal loan. And we all know the personal loan is at one of the highest slabs. Simple one-line solution. Your life is in disarray. Please get help. If you're playing a victim card for too long, it will not help you. Why I'm saying it? Please don't take it personally. I'm not saying it to you as such. But in India, we enjoy playing victims. तुझे पता मेरे दर्द कितना है, मेरे को तकलीफ कितनी है, सबको है, कोई बताता कोई नहीं बताता. But telling it is recognizing it and getting a solution for it wherever you can, wherever you feel you can. Over the past 8-10 years, I have observed these patterns. People have started enjoying their victimhood. अपनी तकलीफ बता के वो sympathy wave create करते हैं अपने आसपास, rather than taking small steps of action to overcome that victimhood. Please don't mind me saying, people have started enjoying their victimhood. And that is the biggest fallacy. Let's dissect the problem from start. The problem is that your problem itself contains solutions. You didn't know that you have to file ITR back then. Why I target students? Why I target youngsters more? Because you are on the verge of taking wrong steps. Huge loans, non-filing of ITR, spending huge money on wants, and not investing for your future when you have good time in hand. A few 4 or 5 of the cardinal mistakes that every youngster is doing. I'm trying to avoid every one of you. So why I mentioned victimhood? I remember a few colleagues whose problems were so grave. I have never seen them attend any of the videos, any of the webinars, any of the, I can say, participate in any of the activities. सिर्फ अपनी प्रॉब्लम बता के अपने दिल का बोझ हल्का कर लिया, and that is their true, you can say, satisfaction or nirvana. This is not going to give you results. The problem is everyone knows the EMI means the principal plus interest. And the bank documents clearly mention, and they don't rely on verbal thing. वो email भी करते हैं, message भी करते हैं, physical letter भी आता है. And if after all this you still say that you were not aware, then it is not bank's or Bajaj's fault. It was your fault. Now the only solution is that you have created a mountain of loans over you. I'm not sure whether you're married or have a family or not, because in this situation, the family is more in disarray than you. Because they rely on you and you have gone bonkers in this situation. So who is going to help you? The first thing, take help from your parents. Get rid of all the disasters over your head. In all this activity, you have already created the situation where you are not going to get any further loan also. You must have destroyed your CIBIL badly. At least try to do it. Every 6 months, the CIBIL score is refreshed. If you clear off the backlog or the previous liabilities on your head, try if you can do that. But then improving your CIBIL score means making you further ready for loan. Don't do that. Having a healthy score is good, but just for taking another loan is absolutely a recipe for disaster. Don't do that. So get help from your parents, in-laws, whichever is closest to you. Take that at 0%. Get rid of this mountain first. Then start earning well. Start learn marketing and selling first. If you were earning well, then probably you would have been paying well also. If you are not able to earn well, that is the reason you are not able to plan well also your expenses. So get help on that count also. By just being frustrated with your situation is not going to give you results. Minus 9,000 balance means you are utilizing the OD limit. Again, chargeable with interest. Get rid of this mountain. Get to neutral ground, zero ground. Start concentrating on your clinic. Because half of the time your focus is on these things and you will not be able to focus on your patients as well. So get rid of this mountain through your parents or in-laws' help. Focus on your clinic. Learn the skills which can improve your clinical skills, non-clinical skills. Earn, pay them back. Start paying, creating your retirement corpus. If you're having a present like this, how would your future be? Just imagine. Don't create a situation where you will have to take a dire step later on. Please get help. Reach out to me. Whatever I can, I'll guide you better in that. I hope that answers your query. But again, for reaching out to me, you will have to attend these sessions, watch these videos. If you're not doing it, playing victimhood, then I'm sure my message won't even reach across to you. Next query is from Mysuru, Karnataka. Salary and monthly rental. Now, what I understand from this one-liner is that your salary and monthly rental are your financial pain points. The question is, again, segregated into 3 steps. You don't understand your expenses well, start understanding them. What are your average monthly expenses? Understand what is your procedure costing you. Get a hold of from my costing videos. Then charge accordingly. If you are charging as per your costing, you will never have a profit issue. 2.5 साल हो गए भाई साहब हमको वीडियो बनाए हुए, आप लोगों के लिए बनाया था. It is for you guys, not for me. I understand the numbers. I'm charging more than that. जितना प्रॉफिट चाहिए मैं उससे ज्यादा चार्ज करता हूँ. I'm getting those returns also, so I'm not bothered about those things. So it is for you. If salary, monthly rental, or your clinic expenses are your pain points, understand them, learn your costings, and charge optimally. When I say charge optimally, competition is charging this. How can I charge this? Then those again factors of confidence, skill set, lack of selling skills come into play. Learn the skills which you are lacking. Simple crude language, माँ के पेट से कोई भी सीख के पैदा नहीं होता हर skill. Everything is a learnable skill. Whatever you don't know, understand that, identify that, and make that as a learning goal. I hope that answers your query. Query from Nashik, Maharashtra. Not having enough time for financial planning due to very hectic clinical practice. See, we have all kinds of pain points. कम वाला भी दुखी है, ज़्यादा वाला भी दुखी है. Not having enough time for planning for retirement. No follow-up for investment progress, real estate, mutual funds, equity, shares, FD, recurring deposit due to lack of time. The good enough thing is that this colleague realizes where the problem lies and still not taking action for it. This is also false victimhood. So, not having enough time for financial planning due to hectic clinical practice. Money not put to work is a futile effort. Till you are working, you are having money. You don't know even you are at the success stage or the stable stage. As I said, the true definition of success stage when the clinic earns without you. Remember that story between Akbar and Birbal. मुझे एक वाक्य बताओ कि दुखी व्यक्ति सुन के खुश हो जाए और खुश व्यक्ति सुन के दुखी हो जाए. Then Birbal very wittingly answered, "Ye waqt bhi nikal jayega." That is one statement for the Dukhi people and the Sukhi people, to make them go to the you can say ulterior side of the emotion. So if you have no time, delegate it to able people. Spend some money. Either delegate your clinic work, either delegate your investment work. If your money is not being put into right places, not having enough time for planning for retirement. If you realize that it is a mistake, then it is a mistake which is worth pondering over. Not following up or tracking investments due to lack of time. Time is you can say, a worthy asset for so many people. So money tracked is a better effort rather than just earning. If the lack of time is an issue, delegate your clinic work to someone else. Not whole, I am saying. Maybe some work so that you have some time. Or finance work to someone who is qualified. See, people always say, शुक्र मनाओ तुम्हारे पास काम है, जिनके पास नहीं है उनसे पूछ के देखो. This is the logic people give for having more work. आजकल के रिसेशन के जमाने में जिसके पास काम है वो उससे बड़ा लक्की इंसान कोई नहीं है. These are the kind of reasons or excuses we give. But what cost does it come at? Your health, your family, your relationships, your investments, your, you can say, recreation, your hobbies. If you're not living life holistically, there is no point of having that money. There is no point of having that money. If your kids, or you see your kids growing up in bed only because you come late from work, you come late, you have late dinner, so you get up late also. By that time, the kids have already left for their school. You see them on Sundays or holidays. Holiday is not a holiday for doctors also many a times. Even some doctors are working on Sundays as well. So what happens? Money coming at such a cost is a waste. That is the reason. Tomorrow your health is not with you. 25 गोलियां लग गई दिन में, 8 दोपहर, 8 सुबह, 8 दोपहर, 8 शाम को, क्या करोगे? What is the use of these things? Your wife or your spouse, male or female, whatever, your spouse says, you don't give me enough time. Thank you, bye-bye. I'm having an extramarital affair. What will you do? Nothing. You can do nothing. Then you realize one day, all this effort, मैं तुम्हारे लिए ही तो कमा रहा हूं, that logic goes done. That logic goes dust. So please understand, holistic way of life means work is a part of your life. Work is not your total life. Understand it. आप तो ये realize भी कर रहे हो ना, आपके पास time है, because of whatever reasons. Put it to work. Understand where are you lacking. If you don't even take action after that, then enjoy the stage you are living and be ready to bear the fruits later on. Query from Vadodara, Gujarat. I'm not able to increase my net profit to the level I want. Yes, every year the gross income increases, but with all the expenses, the profit seems to increase, but still I don't think it is enough. I have understood the basics of taxation thanks to you, sir, but there is so much more that I don't get it. I try to understand, but after some time I lose my concentration and give up. So when I read this query, I went back and checked out the name of the participant. So my dear participant, you must have understood the taxation from my YouTube videos, but please understand, I am not giving my whole workshop of taxation in there. That may be a 10 to 20% portion that you have learned. There is still 80% of that which you need to learn. So set realistic goals for yourself. Increase your charges also every year based on your costing levels. Costing levels change every year, especially if you are ordering things in bulk or maybe ordering, you can say, keeping a track of those things. So giving up is not a solution. You need to learn the taxation properly. It is the baseline for retirement planning. I always say there are 10 steps to retirement planning or RIP or wealth creation. The first 4 steps are taxation. You can't directly go on to the 5th step. You have to go from 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10. So anyone who needs to create wealth needs to walk to the taverns of tax saving as well. So I hope that answers your query. Set realistic goals for yourself, charge optimally, learn taxation properly. I'm having a workshop next weekend. If you want to join in, please join in. Query from Delhi, India, number 44. So much expense and receipt is not that much. Amdani athanni kharcha rupaiya. So simple logic is, if their expenses are too much, you need to budget properly. And of course, increase your earnings. So if the budgeting in your clinic and life is not optimal, you will have this situation of amdani athanni and kharcha rupaiya. If receipt is not that much, why are the expenses on the higher side? That means there are so many FOMO investments being done into your clinic. If you are mixing your life expenses also in this, then obviously then you need to work on your learning the non-clinical skills of marketing and taxation, of marketing and selling. So last query for the morning session, query number 45, query from Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh. How to manage savings after the gross earnings per month. I've given the Bhavdeep formula multiple times, 45, 15, 40 formula. Put money to work. Warren Buffett said it. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. The simple division of life is, पहले 5 साल खेलो, अगले 20 साल पढ़ो, उसके अगले 30 साल काम करो, उसके अगले 30 साल रिटायर हो. That is a simple definition of a 80 to 85-year-old life of Indian citizens. Kam zyada, it's not in our hand. That is in the Lord's hands. But a basic, we can say, segregation. 5 साल enjoy करो, खेलो, कूदो, चलना सीखो, बोलना सीखो, खाना सीखो. पहले 5 साल. अगले 20 साल पढ़ो. उसके अगले 30 साल काम करो और उससे अगले 30 साल enjoy करो. Enjoy means not exactly enjoy, but retire and live a peaceful life. So if you are not putting your money to work, if you're not saving and investing, these are two different terms. If you're not saving and investing properly, then that means something is wrong. You're not taking care of your money properly. So never let your money stay idle. The gross earnings, ये formula जो है आपके net earnings के लिए है. For example, you're grossing 2 lakh rupees. Roughly 50% would be your clinic expenses. That means 1 lakh would be your net income after clinic, all kinds of expenses. I'm including direct and indirect both in it. From 1 lakh, whatever is in your hand, 45,000 for your life, you can say needs or life costs. 15 is for your wants, 15,000. 40,000 is for your alternate RIP or retirement investment planning or wealth creation and tax saving. That is the beautiful golden proportion. Per month, I've given you a segregation. If you don't make your money work, you'll have to work till you die. I hope that answers your query. So with this, we finish the morning session. And of course, I'll be back at 2 before I wind up a couple of announcements for the afternoon. So we plan to finish the high ones till evening. So thank you so much for patient hearing. So what are the upcoming things? This is episode number 5, webinar number 260, which is coming up at 2 p.m. today. And of course, webinar number 261 at 8 p.m. today, episode number 6. And of course, this is my finance workshop. As I just said, this is coming up next weekend. So the registration closes this Saturday, day after tomorrow. Anyone, we already have 12, 13 people on board. If anyone wants to hop in, please hop in. Don't wait. You'll be learning the basics of taxation and investment in there. And of course, what is your homework for today? Homework is develop the trait of giving back to the society. Post whatever 2, 3, 4, 5 takeaways you had in the WhatsApp group, in the Facebook group, wherever you are with me, even on any social media. My ID everywhere is Dr. Pradeep. Do it for sure. Cement your learnings because writing is the best form of learning. I'm sure there would be ample learnings from today. So as I said, my social media presence is by my name only, whichever way you want to. So my YouTube channel, as on 31st of October, 850 plus videos are already there on the channel. If you are yet not a subscriber, please do subscribe because videos keep up coming every week. So this is the Facebook group where this video is going live as well. If you are still not a member of this community, you can scan the code or go to groups/Dr. Bhavdeep on Facebook. You will enter over there. The group is plugging the handicaps in dentistry. So if you are not a member of the WhatsApp community and you're watching it anywhere on YouTube or Facebook, you are free to welcome. You are free to join my community, which is running since 5.5 years now. And of course, do send me your feedback on my phone or in the WhatsApp group. Bouquets and brickbats would be welcome in equal measure. And any questions, I would be more than welcome to have. And I stop my share and unmute all of you. If you want, you can ask any questions. Please go ahead, unmute yourself and ask any questions. Anyone from Facebook group also who wants to ask can ask the same as well. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Amit K, Amit S. Thank you, Deepak. Thank you, Brijesh. Thank you, Bhavna. Okay. Any queries or are we done? Okay, if we are all done, sorted, we have answered till query number 45 and I will be back at 2 p.m. sharp to start from query number 46 onwards. And the plan is very simple to finish all the high priority queries as we did in practice pain point session number 6. We'll be completing these as well in there. Thank you, Dr. Pradeep. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a great day and see you all at 2 p.m.